Who's actually going to get the most out of the PowerMax 1800 SA, and who should just walk away? If you're trying to decide whether a portable power station belongs in your emergency kit, your camping gear, or your home office, that's the question we're tackling right now. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The hesitation most buyers feel isn't about the headline 1800 WH number, it's about whether that amount of juice translates into real convenience for everyday scenarios, or whether you'll end up with a heavy box you never plug in. Let's start with the kind of person who will actually benefit. Imagine you live in a region where storms knock out the grid a few times a year. You have a couple of essential devices: a mini fridge, a medical monitor, and a phone that needs to stay alive for family communication. The PowerMax 1800 SE can run those low-draw items long enough to bridge the outage, and it even lets you hook up a small solar panel to keep the battery topped up while the sun's out. For a remote worker who sometimes sets up a satellite hotspot in the back of a truck, the ability to plug a laptop and a router into a single, silent unit means you don't have to hunt for noisy gasoline generators. Those are the practical strengths: a decent amount of stored energy, multiple output ports, and genuine solar compatibility that lets you extend runtime without hunting for a wall outlet. Now flip the coin. If you're looking for a backpack-size charger that you can toss into a day pack for a weekend hike, the PowerMax 1800 SE will feel more like a small suitcase. Its capacity comes with a weight penalty, and the recharge cycle from a wall outlet can take several hours, so you can't just pull it out, run a quick charge, and be back on the trail. Also, the AC inverter is sized for low to moderate loads. Trying to power a full-size coffee maker or a space heater will quickly drain it and could trip the built-in safety shutoff. For someone whose primary need is a phone charger for short trips, you'd be paying for more power than you'll ever actually use. A real-world test case helps illustrate where the balance lands. One weekend I set up the PowerMax 1800 SE beside a camping tent, connected a LED lantern, a portable electric kettle, and a smartphone charging hub. Over the course of 8 hours, the kettle boiled water twice, the lantern stayed bright, and the phones never dropped below 30% charge. When the sun went down, I flipped a small foldable solar panel onto the station and watched the charge indicator creep upward. It wasn't instantaneous, but by sunrise the unit was back at roughly 70% capacity, enough to repeat the cycle. That scenario shows the station shines when you have multiple low-power devices and a chance to harvest solar energy during the day. If you only need one device powered, a simpler power bank would be lighter and cheaper. On the flip side, consider a suburban homeowner who wants a backup for a home entertainment system. The PowerMax can handle a TV and a soundbar for a few hours, but once you start adding a gaming console or a high-wattage air conditioner, the runtime drops dramatically. The price point reflects the flexibility of a larger battery and the solar-ready design, so it makes sense if you plan to use it for a mix of emergency, outdoor, and occasional home backup. If your budget is tight and you're only protecting a single appliance, a dedicated UPS with a smaller battery might give you more bang for the buck. Bottom line, the PowerMax 1800 SE is a solid middle ground between a tiny power bank and a full-size generator. It's worth the cost for people who need multi-device support during outages, enjoy off-grid camping, or want a quiet, fuel-free backup for a home office. If you're after a lightweight charger for a phone or a single low-power gadget, you'll probably end up overpaying for capacity you'll never tap. Weigh the weight, the recharge time, and the types of devices you actually plan to run before you click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon.